Berlin is now the third most popular destination in Europe. This year, the city welcomed a record number of visitors. Although most of the tourists are from Germany and Europe, Berlin is gaining popularity worldwide.
Berlin is a very cosmopolitan city.
More relaxed than where I live, less rules, more fun.
I think it's a very interesting and very meaningful place to visit.
It's very interesting because in Australia we have none of that history.
I like the bars, I like the restaurants, I like die Stimmung.
We can say it's the capital of Europe.
A tourist spends about 2.5 days and nearly 200 euros in Berlin for an annual total of 9 billion euros. This year, 30% more tourists from Israel came than in 2009. Moshe and Atai Kozlovsky are staying a week. They're meeting their German-Israeli tour guide in front of the hotel.
The old generation still consider Berlin as, the center of the Nazism and all of this. For the young people, it's more like international cities. I would say in the last 5-10 years, it's become very popular to come in, not just because of the Holocaust, but as an international city for them to come and enjoy themselves.
The Kozlovskys plan to visit several monuments in memorial to the Jews persecuted during Hitler's Third Reich. For the 22-year-old Atai, this is the first Berlin visit.
Before I came here, I sort of expected to arrive in Berlin and see all the flags still on the buildings and see people marching in the street, and it's just not like that. It's a modern city. When I first came here, I told my father it's just like being in Paris, just like being in London. It's just so modern and everything is so beautiful here.
Tourists flock to monuments and sites of historical significance. For example, the remnants of the Berlin Wall at Potsdamer Platz, or Checkpoint Charlie, which used to be the border crossing between East and West Berlin. The biggest contingents of foreign visitors come from Italy, Britain, Spain, and the United States.
Berlin is a very tolerant city and a city that never sleeps. It has a very positive energy and a big city feel to it. At the same time, it doesn't make you crazy. There's plenty of space for people to be themselves, and it's affordable. You get the full big city experience at half price compared to many other places.
The range of artistic events is huge, up to 1,200 in one evening. Berlin has 3 opera houses and a wealth of fabulous museums. About 3/4 of the museum's visitors are tourists. The one that draws the biggest crowd is the Pergamon Museum. Lots of new hotels have been built recently. There are more than 110,000 beds for visitors. Berlin has 22 5-star hotels. One of the grandest is the Adlon. Occupancy there is up 30% on last year.
It used to be the case that only rich and elderly people could afford to stay in the Adlon. Nowadays, we also appeal to younger people, many in the arts, fashion and media. During Fashion Week, for example. In January and July, the hotel is full of young people.
Moshe and Atai Kozlovsky are just 2 of the 50,000 or more Israelis who visited Berlin this year.
To come to Berlin and to see the two sides of it, I think it's very important. So you see the past with all the crisis, and you see the future with the optimistic way.
It's a living city. It's much more today than just history.
Travel industry experts say if tourists continue to flock in ever greater numbers to Berlin, it might see as many as 30 million overnight stays in 2020.